Rahman Rahim, in the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the most compassionate, the most merciful. All praise and thanks are due to him, and peace and blessings be upon his beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. He who is guided by the will of Allah, no one can misguide him, and he who is misguided, no one can guide him except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The khatara now will be in English. Now the core point I quoted, the main idea of the khatara basically is that when we understand more the laws that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has laid down in the universe, this will enable us to be more comfortable when dealing with what happens around us. And it helps us to find the perfect explanations for some phenomena that we are not able to understand, or we might not be able to understand. One of those phenomena that some people, they say, we can witness corrupted people, bad people, negative people, criminals, thieves. I'm not talking about individual thieves, those small thieves. Thieves who can seize the money of a country completely. We can see people who torture others. Yet, Allah is giving them what we call rizq. He's killing the people, or he's so arrogant, or he's a big thief, or big drug dealers, or using human traffic, yet he's a multi-millionaire. He does not face any kind of sickness, no problems, everyone respects him. He has multi-nationalities, many passports, travel wherever, all kind of respects, politically famous, or whatever. How come? Why Allah is allowing them? So that's why I was explaining a paragraph or Quranic verses. Some ulama, they called it Qanun al-Istidraj. The concept of Istidraj should not be translated because this term has no exact translation, cannot be explained but by a full sentence. It's a special Quranic terminology. Just listen to the concept of Istidraj. What does it mean? Because when you translate it literally, you will be misguided completely, and you will misjudge Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Just understand it as Istidraj. What does this mean? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, Surah Al-An'am, وَلَقَدْ أَرْسَلْنَا إِلَىٰ أُمَمٍ مِّن قَبْلِكَ فَأَخَذْنَاهُمْ بِالْبَأْسَاءِ وَالضَّرَّاءِ لَعَلَّهُمْ يَتَضَرَّعُونَ. Allah is telling us that part of His sunnah, part of His law, His universal law, that He sends always to the nations difficulties and hardships so that they might come back to Him. So hardships, part of their main role, they are designed to bring the people back. So difficulties, illness, diseases, volcanoes, floods, all of these are part of the will of Allah to bring the people back. Then Allah continues, He say, and the meaning, even though this was the aim, but unfortunately some of those nations and some of those individuals, even though they are supposed to return back after witnessing their weakness, their need to their Lord, yet they refused and they became very arrogant. فَلَوْلَا إِذْ جَاءَهُمْ بَأْسُنَا. So Allah was saying, we would love them to return back. We will not force them. It's your will. You will be accountable for your decision by your will. However, unfortunately, instead of return back to Allah, their hearts became more hardened and they refused. When they received all kind of warnings and Allah gave them a lot of, let's say chances, and they refused, then Allah moves them to a new category in dealing with them. This category is the category of the law of Istidraj. Allah says, فَلَمَّا نَسُوا, when they decided to ignore willingly all kind of warnings, قال فتحنا عليهم أبواب كل شيء. We will open the doors of all kind of desirable things that you can ever imagine. Everything. قال حتى إذا فرحوا, till they became arrogant, prideful with what we gave them. They are in the top, even though they are corrupted, they are doing amazing crimes, But they became prideful because look, who's better than me? I have the money, I have the power, I have the fame, I have everything. I am. While they are in the top of the materialistic gains, قال أخذناهم بغتة. We will seize them out of a sudden. قال فإذا هم مبلسون. They will be completely despaired from the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. فقطع دابر القوم. And we will uproot them. We will cut them completely from any kind of support or help or offspring or completely. قال والحمد لله رب العالمين. Now we need to understand this. Let me just give you a small explanation for this. وَلِلَّهِ الْمَثَلُ الْأَعْلَى. It's like driving license, for example. Now we are broadcasting from Canada. In Canada, and I think maybe in the United States and many countries, they have the concept of points on your driving license. Let's say you have 10 points. If you made it, for example, if you passed a red traffic lights, you will lose, let's say, 2 points. Still, you have 8 points. If you have, for example, high speed, let's say 30 kilometers above the limit, let's say you will lose 1 point. Still, you have 7. So you will receive the warning. Be careful. You have lost 3, 7 are left. Be careful. Now, you did something else. You passed, for example, a school bus while it was, flashing. You did not care. It was a possibility you might kill a child. It's very dangerous. I did not care. Okay, I lost another 2 points, but still 5 left. Another warning, a message, SMS, be careful. You have lost 50% of your credit, your points. You are about to lose all of your points. Be careful. For example, I might be prevented from driving for 2 months. I lost another 2 points, 3 left. They will ask me that it's prohibited for you to drive for 6 months. I did not care. I continued after the 6 months. I lost the 3, 2, 1. Once when I lose the last one after of 10 warnings, all kind of whatever, call it whatever you love, then they say it will be prohibited for me forever to drive a car on any street in Canada. This gives you an idea about Qanun Istidraj. So they did not do any injustice with me. They gave me already 10 points. As a decent, good citizen, I was given 10 points. Be careful, don't break the law. Even when I break the law, they will tell me, be careful, you have lost 1, but still you have 9, still you have 8, still 7, 6, 7. It's the same. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sends the hardship for nations, groups, tribes, individuals. If I said me, illness, headache. You know headache? Just a headache, simple headache. But a severe headache. Migraine, for example. Wallahi, billahi, tallahi, walillahi alayya qasam. A severe migraine. For those who know exactly what does a severe headache mean. Okay? Once the headache is really, has hit you, you would wish if you have the whole dunya, you will just pay the whole dunya just to let this pain, just to stop. What is this? This is a simple message from Allah to tell you, don't stuck to this dunya. It doesn't deserve. Because in 10 minutes, you are ready to give up the dunya just for a headache. It's a message. By the way, it's out of mercy. It's a message for us. It's an example. So the same thing. When all people of power, when Allah sends just a small virus to tell the people of the billions and millions and whatever, be careful. Don't mischief in the earth. Be careful. Don't transgress. Be careful. It's like in our language, hey, know your place. Don't fight your Lord. Yet Allah gives chances, opportunities, chances. But once, khalas, I don't want. Closed, a new category. I'm a criminal who deserves the punishment. So this law tells about the steps of punishment. So by this, you can understand. Don't misjudge Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by saying, why Allah is giving khair for this criminal? No. Say alhamdulillah, stay out from him. Because you don't want to be like him. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم فيا فوز المستغفرين. السلام عليكم.